Oh, beautiful people, like, share, and subscribe. So Dangote gave a very long interview. This is just my advice to him and the federal government because I actually I'm not in support of any of them, but the way it's going, man, I do actually feel for Dangote. Even though I don't feel for him too, because Dangote is part of the rot that's happening in Nigeria. There are rumors. This is not me saying it. If you go online, you see it everywhere that Dangote is a chronic monopolist who uses because he is friends with the government and stifles other people's businesses. And this is almost a fact. You could even see the handwriting. Even during the pandemic, I've mentioned it last time. Him and one of his other brothers from the north were the only people allowed to, I think, export goods. Shamefully, instead of the Nigerian government to open it for everybody, they did it for only two of them because they were eating with the Nigerian government and dining with them. But now, the whole table has backfired. Maybe he wants to do that monopoly thing and it's not working, and he's now crying to our sentiments. But I will say this: no matter how monopolist Dangote is, I think the Nigerian government should protect him. But what they can do, if he has committed any error in the past, I think they should fine him. And the fine should not be a fine that he must pay immediately. It can be a fine that he will pay for maybe, let's say, 10 years, 15 years, just small, because the economy is actually in shambles. And even this refinery is building, he was even saying that one of his friends advised him against building anything in Nigeria because of the government's irregular policies. That now the guy is laughing at him, and Dangote is saying he's going to pull out from building the steel industry. I just feel like any error he made in the past, because we heard of how him and Emefiele was giving him dollar at a very cheap rate while others was buying at an expensive rate. I feel like the government should forgive him and fine him. I don't think a gradual fine, not a fine he will pay once, because the economy is very hard. I actually feel for him because investing in Nigeria is hell. I was watching a video of Steve Ndoku. He went to Cote d'Ivoire. He's a YouTuber, big YouTuber like Taya Inan. He went to Cote d'Ivoire. So when he went to Cote d'Ivoire, he saw a business that stayed about 90 something years or thereabouts, but very long number of years. And what I noted from there was that any country that's doing well, you will see that businesses are transferred from generation to generation, and that's something we should celebrate. But in Nigeria, I don't know whether there's any small-scale business that has been transferred many generations or that has lasted that long. This year, you will see the government being anti-business. In fact, in my state, you will see a government destroying somebody's business just because he's an opposition person, and I think it's very wrong. The government should do a lot to protect all manner of businesses. Look at what they did to Landmark. If Dangote should crush, Dangote businesses should collapse. If this refinery doesn't work, it will send a strong signal. To send a strong signal to the outside world that the government. So like I said, if he did errors that the government have not even set up till now, they should fine him, and they should not forget the matter, and they should protect him. They should allow his businesses to grow. I used to say that if I'm Nigerian president, see this Dangote business, I'm going to encourage Dangote to go outside to go and invest. And even if Dangote dies, I will protect his business. Because his business has been scaled up to a very large scale, so it should be considered as a Nigerian business. There's no billionaire in this world. Almost all of them put hand into one or two bad things. Like I remember Roman Abramovich of Russia. He was involved in corruption scandal in Russia. But do you know what Roman Abramovich did to pacify the minds of his people? He gave back seriously to the place he was a mayor in Russia. He gave back seriously that they didn't even want him to retire. He was just doing a lot for them, funding, scholarship. They love him so much, I'm telling you. That's why I was angry with Dangote. I said, Dangote, you have already taken enough from Nigeria. You have not really given back. Every time I hear him, he's always giving back to the north. What of the other regions buying your goods? Last time he actually did where he said he was sharing grains. I don't know whoever got the grains. You understand? But for me, he can use truth. I've mentioned if football is a way for billionaires to clear their name, Dangote should look at the way of Patrice Motsepe. Do a world-class standard football club. Standard. You have the connection. Pay them well, even more than other players in the league. Everything should be so organized. World class. Even they fly planes to play games in other places. And get players from all the geopolitical zone. Get good coaches. Let them go to CAF. That one will give you a better image than you say you want to buy Arsenal. How does Arsenal affect the interest of Africans? Your brand, people celebrate it in Africa here. People love you in Africa. But many people in Nigeria actually have some kind of disdain with you. Your trucks kill people and you pay them paltry sums. Very paltry. Have you not ever looked into this? If they kill your own child, I remember when you were talking about your brother's death. If they kill your own child, will you pay them paltry sums? In other countries I've traveled to, if somebody is killed by accident truck, they pay them big amount of money just to pacify them. But your trucks kill people and you're offering people below 1 million. As at the last time I checked, even the money was so annoying when I saw it. Killed some students in one of the western, southwestern states, and you were offering them paltry sums. Whether you are aware, but I'm sure you are aware, you must have heard of it. People don't like you, so not that people hate you. People just have mixed feelings towards you, especially towards the monopolistic thing. So you need to clear your image seriously. You understand? You need to, maybe in the north people still worship you, but in the southern part, I have to tell you, more than 50% of the people from the southwest, southeast, and south, the people have a little disdain. Not that they hate you, they still like you because you are one of the few people trying to invest. It's not easy. I have an APC friend. They say we can never invest in Nigeria. Is it a land issue? You can buy land and tomorrow somebody will say it's not your land. My dad has bought land and they have taken his land in this Nigeria. Imagine you paying hard-earned money and somebody will wake up and say it's not your land. They will start giving you a useless land. So these are things that are happening. Well, is it government overtaxation or policies or many Nigerians not being honest because the system is already dishonest? When somebody like Bello that stole billions is free, how do you expect the ordinary person who stole to behave well? They will say Bello steal now, so they will also steal. You understand? Because the system is not rigid, the system is not fair. An unjust system is an unjust country. You understand? So those are just my advice to you. You need to do well. The government should protect you. They should protect you and pay a fine. Somebody can be laughing with you and you pay a fine. You and Emefiele will hear what you did. I would not know many other things you've done in the past. The government should say it, and they should pay a gradual fine, because gradually you pay small every month, and let everything that they are doing to you, let them do to every other person. Open up the country. The country must be open for all businesses. You're not the only person. You understand? I think the government should, even this year, they should encourage you because you spent a lot. I'm sure the money you borrowed now, you have to pay back, and I just pity for you, Sha. So, but like I mentioned, you need to, not like you're an evil person. There's no billionaire that does, but the government must protect you. It's just a mixed feeling. That's how I see the whole thing. I don't actually have sympathy for you because when you were supporting APC, all of you supporting APC, all of you will cry blood. I'm telling you, Reno Mokri will be the last person. Our tears will not go in vain. I remember one girl was crying. I'm saying if it was entered, there would have been hope. Even loans. Obi was talking about loans, SMEs. Maybe people will be getting 1 million, 5 million, 3 million loans without collateral. All you need your national ID card and your video in the form of Bado format. So, but you didn't do that. Let me know your thoughts.